So we have another one coming up now. This is the Myach team. That's a Russian word, so I did my best there. Um, and they had a really awesome time jumping into some new technologies, some 3D stuff, game-related stuff. It's pretty awesome. They did a really cool job with it. I think you're going to have a ball with it. um,
I got 3 more of these.
All right, hello. My name is Nancy Velasquez, and I'm part of the team Myach. My teammates are Dennis, you, and Dan, our fourth member, is currently in college. So to get started, users can create a game and send the code to their friends, or they can join a game. There can be multiple games taking place at the same time. In the game waiting room, they enter their name, choose a ball to their liking, and then they can also see how many other players have connected. Then they can start playing. The point of the game is to knock other balls off the platform, and then also to collect rings to get points. Whoever gets to 10 points first wins the game. So players can move around by pressing arrow keys. They have the ability to jump, check their scores, and there's real-time collision between players. So to build Myach, we actually used Babylon.js, React, and Firebase. The reason that we chose Babylon is because it is a complete JavaScript framework used to build 3D games, plus it has good documentation, community support, and a wide array of features. So to talk about the multiplayer aspect of the game, I'll pass it over to you.
Thank you, Nancy. With regards to multiplayer, one of the greatest challenges we faced was ensuring that the game data was synced across all clients. So, how do we know that when player 1 moves, player 2 and player 3 sees the same movement on their screen at the same time? Well, by sending position and acceleration of the player to the database every 50 milliseconds, we can get this information back. Each player is listening to certain nodes at the database. When these nodes receive new information, they will send back this information to all the players in the game. By tracking both position and acceleration, we can accurately mimic the movement of a real ball. If we had only tracked position, every time a player moves, it would just appear at the new location without rolling there, so it would look weird. So now, since it's synced, when a player leaves the game, he also disappears from the other player's screen. One of the drawbacks of Firebase is that when you retrieve data at a certain location, you fetch all its child nodes along with it. That means in order to maximize server efficiency and to reduce server load, you have to structure your data as flatly as possible and avoid nesting. For us, position and acceleration were updated frequently and in real time, so we tried to put it as close to the root level of the database as possible. Now, my colleague Dennis will talk about some of the key features we used from Babylon.js.
Thank you. So Babylon.js allows us to create scenes with lights, cameras, meshes, and audio. Also, it has complete physics engine due to its integration with Cannon.js. Incorporating physics allows us to replicate some real-world laws, such as gravity, which can be seen when the ball rolling off the floor and keeps falling. One of the cool features we were able to implement is collision between meshes, which is objects in our scene. When the ball jumps, it collides with the floor and impulse is applied. Without collisions, our game will not be playable because players would run right through each other. So finally we encountered an issue where the rotation of the ball causes camera following it to rotate. To solve this problem, we attach invisible object to the player's ball and have the camera following that object. Working on this project with my team was a great experience, and we have our game live at Myach.tech. We hope you have all great experience trying this game, and thank you all for listening.
You know that feature of the whole camera rotating with the ball, and you know how he's describing how they had to put another invisible object to make the camera fall in properly. It just reminded me, it's an example of the types of things that developers have to go through to get things so realistic that like it's hard to appreciate if you're just playing the game and like you forget about it. So I think that I'm sure this game had a lot of things like that.
Yeah.
Just a few things that they mentioned.
Yeah,
It's a good,
they were very resourceful. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good like use of the term hack, right? It's like it's not ideally how you want to do it, but it gets the job done. And I was just playing it earlier, and it's incredible that the browser is. I still am always amazed. The game, I mean, it has little touches, right? Like it has really good physics. 'Cause the ball feels heavy.
Yeah.
And so it has good physics, and it has cool like specular lighting. And just the fact that all that's happening inside Chrome and the other tab is, and like that's more lightweight than Slack in my other tab is like pretty incredible. So,
There's also some pretty sweet background music.
yeah, I know, yeah, I heard that.